All right, so let me see if we good sound. Let me see if we got sound. Okay, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barak Thumb, Yahweh Yahweh Shah. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the whole for elect. Starting with the 141,000, shalom. All right, so Lord willing, right? I want to go into how you seeing ultimately what led me to the spirit do this lesson is watching Elder Apostle Rumla. That's like Elder Apostle Heart lesson. And he titled the lesson, they shall hate the whore, and he's showing how Trump basically he tried to bully. Also, he tried to bully. I want to say it was in Canada. Let me search this. Let me see if we got some articles on it. Bear with me. Bro, matter of fact, I'm gonna just go to the lesson real fast to make sure that I'm let me see real quick. Just bear with me. Okay, here it is. Let's listen to it a little bit.
America won't be a partner. Canada will find buyers who will.
Yeah.
Infrastructure is destiny.
So it's Canada, right? So he basically messed up the agreement with Canada on some on the gas and I want to say oil as well. He tried to go in there and bully him, and that they wasn't going for it ultimately, right? But the point is, right? You can watch Elder Apostle Tahar lesson on it. His page is what is the mark DMS truth, right? It's the lesson titled "These shall hate the whore and make her desolate," right? Because you can see how the Most High is putting his spirit on ultimately. He putting his spirit on Trump to go out and do these things, right? He putting his spirit on Trump to go out and make decisions to where prophecy gonna be fulfilled, right? First piece I want to go to is Isaiah 34:14. It's like 34:16. It says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh and read. None of these shall fail." Right? It says, "None shall want her mate. From my mouth today I commanded. The Spirit has gathered them." The Spirit got the elect. But the point is, what it says, none of these shall fail. Going into the prophecies, none of these shall fail. Right? And also, we know that Yahweh Shah ruled in the kingdom of men. Right? Let's go to Proverbs. Like I said, this ain't gonna be no long one. Right? Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, "Man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh. How can a man understand his own way?" Right? So understanding that a man's going is of the Lord Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah controls what men do. All right? Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." Right? So understanding that, Most High is putting the spirit on these guys. Or Most High is putting the spirit on these guys to make these guys, do what he said for them to do to where prophecy be fulfilled. And you got Trump out here causing another thing that hit me in the spirit, right? Going to the lesson I sent to the brothers on Instagram, but basically Trump cut off Spain because Spain don't want to let him use. Spain don't want to let the U.S. use they army bases or whatnot to do attacks on Iran. So now we seeing that, like the Elder Apostle Tahar lesson going into, now we seeing that this whore is being made desolate. Now we seeing that the EU, the NATO, they started to turn against this whore, started to hate this whore. Prophecy being fulfilled. And ultimately, the Most High is using Trump to cause this disruption. The Most High is using Trump to cause all this chaos. let's see. I want to go right quick. Job 33, right? In verse, we'll start at verse 12, right? It says, "Behold, in this thou art not just. I will answer thee that Yahweh is greater than man. Why doest thou strive against him? For he gives not account any of his matters." Because, it's like that was my keys falling. Why do you try to go against the Most High? Whatever he says, what it's gonna be. He don't gotta ask you. He don't gotta question. He don't gotta get no understand from nobody. Hey, what the hell about y'all say is what it's gonna be, right? It says, "For Yahweh speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbers upon the bed, then he open up the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. He keep back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. He is chastened also with the pain upon his bed, multitude of bones scroll paid." But ultimately the point is in verse 16, where he said he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions, right? So that men would do what he said for them to do. So ultimately to have prophecy be fulfilled. We know all these things going on. We seeing Yahweh is using these devils to work them to fulfill prophecy. And ultimately, that's why these devils are even in the position they're in. So for them to fulfill the left-hand side. See, Jake out here lost and know what's going on. So that's why wisdom and knowledge and stability in our time. Jake lost and don't know what's going on. But ultimately, we know the whole time that the Most High is just using them with these wars, with these things and such. They keep worrying about, Russia this, Russia ain't joining this yet. When Russia join, it's gonna be because why? We're gonna go to that Ezekiel 38. Yeah, Ezekiel 38, right? We're gonna go to that. But Lord, we're gonna read this right quick in NLT. So in that verse 12, right, Job 33, it says, "But you are wrong, and I will show you why. For Yahweh is greater than any human being. So why are you bringing a charge against him? Why say he does not respond to the people's complaints?" Right? The Most High ain't gotta, ultimately, the Most High ain't gotta come to, how I'm trying to put it. The most, how about y'all thoughts are better than I thought. His ways are better than our ways. Isaiah 55. You can't come, you can't come against how about y'all. You can't question his moves or what he do, how he set things, because he set it to how he wanted to be. Most High has everything done in each order, everything done in decent order. His judgments are right. So what he set and what he put is ultimately to fulfill what he set to be done, And these devils are fulfilling the left-hand side, which is eventually is going to bring righteousness. Because when these devils go down and bring destruction that Yahweh using the brain, then the kingdom of Yahweh is going to come up, right? Verse 13 again. "So why are you bringing a charge against him, right? Why say he does not respond to people's complaints? For Yahweh speaketh again and again, but people do not recognize it." So the Most High done people. You want to say all this, but people don't listen. The people don't want to listen. Most High done sent accounts through the prophets, through the sincere teachers. You got men out here giving warning, right? The people don't listen to his word. People don't listen to his truth. So how can you say? How can you find fault against him? Why you strive against him? You don't listen to him at all, right? Verse 15 says, "He speaks in dreams and in visions of the night. When deep sleep falls upon people as they lie in their beds, he whispers in their ears and terrifies them with warning." Right? He makes them turn from doing wrong. He keeps them from pride. I really keep that one in the KJV, right? That he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. Because he take man from his purpose of what he want to do, what a man want to do. He put him in the purpose of what Yahweh set him to do. Like he doing Trump, like he doing everything, right? And also we don't get in that like he doing with these nations, these leaders of these nations. Right? We brought up Proverbs 21. Let's go to Ezekiel real fast, right? Because ultimately when Russia join the war, it's going to be because the Most High put the spirit on them to join that war. This is Ezekiel 38:4. It says, it's going to talk into Russia, right? It said, Lord willing, like I say, we'll go into it, break down this whole chapter soon, right? But this is verse 4. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen." You knew the army going into, how they got tanks, fighter jet, all type of new things. Now, all of them clothes, all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Because ultimately, Russia and his allies, right, that old USSR, man, Most High's going to put the spirit on Russia and it's gonna, and ultimately the spirit on all these other countries, it's gonna come back together. Also beginning with Russia. Most are gonna turn Russia back to what it used to be, USSR, man. Most are gonna put the spirit on them. They're gonna come against America. They're gonna come against this beast. Right? They're gonna come NATO, all these things. They're gonna come against this place, man. That's the notes right here I read, right? Put the hooks in their jaw, meaning the Most High gonna make Russia turn back to what he turned back and do what he said for them to do, and that's bring destruction upon this place. I just mentioned during the time, this is a little history, right? During the time, the Cold War, right? It was called the Iron Curtain or the Iron Wall. Russia was known as USSR. They all finna come back together and fight in this great war, which is Armageddon. Majority of Russia army gonna be fighting in World War III. Then part gonna stand their land, right? And the great companies going to the Allies. The majority of the former USSR nations, man, they're gonna come back together. The Most High gonna put the spirit on them, cause why? The Most High control all this, right? Ultimately, how he set America up to be what it is. And the reason these countries, why do you think the tension been building up? Because ultimately these countries never liked the whore, right? When you go to it, let's start verse 16, 17, 16, right? It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." Also, they've been hating the whore, right? This is the vision that Apostle John saw. They've been hating the whore. When Eve writing this when the Roman Empire ruled and seeing the Roman Empire come back to America. He's seeing the vision. Most High showing them vision. He's showing them that these 10 horns, right, which is the EU, right? They hate the whore. They've been hating the whore, right? These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. But also what it says, for Yahweh have put in their hearts going into the mind, to fulfill his will, right? And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, NATO, EU, right? Which is ultimately, America's in that top seat of it, until the word of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. So ultimately, Yahweh tries to put his spirit on them for so long to sit back and let America let America have his reign, let America have his rule. Now we at that point to where now the fulfillment of Yahweh shall put his spirit on them to hate the whore, to come against her, right? He put them to give power to the beast. He put his spirit. He put his spirit on Esau, Edom, America, to go out and deceive everybody, trick everybody, to put everybody on his foot. So now, Most High put the spirit on them to come against her, right? So, because what it says, right? For he had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, right? Make them fall in line with this beast. This is a rise from empire. That's what NATO is. Rebirth, the rebirth of rise from empire, right? Until the words of your house to be fulfilled, because ultimately it was an order that has to be done. And we know that order is what? The MOTB, right? America gonna see what's going on. America see that he's finna make it desolate. So what? America finna enforce that MOTB, right? Then Jacob Trouble. We in Jacob Trouble now. It's gonna ramp up. MOTB gonna be mandated. Then you're gonna have World War III pop off crazy, because ultimately it was all the Yahweh will to fulfill what he has said, right? As he said, until the words of Yahweh should be fulfilled. It's ultimately everything is done in Yahweh will, right? So you can have these talks, you can look at it, how you want to, but ultimately these things are playing out exactly how the Heavenly Father said it to play, And that's why we seeing prophecy unfold day by day, because now we in that time to where these visions are at hand. See, Jake thought he had time. Jake thought he could play around. Nah, now these visions are at hand. Now everything's at the doorstep. Now this thing's ramping up daily. Now, and now they see it. Now they want to try to turn back. Now it's too late. Now, ultimately the Most High put spirit on you to turn back. You have that number, you will, but ultimately it's too late. Now that we at that point to where that door is shutting very fast, man. Because ultimately now all these should be. That's why he say, "Seek ye out the book and read. None of these should fail." All these prophecies are going to come to pass, right? And we seeing it now. See, ultimately he put the spirit on them once again, right? And verse 8, he put the spirit on them to get a power to the beast. But now is at that point to where when Apostle John seen his vision, he's seeing them hate the whore and make her desolate. Now she's turning desolate. Now she's fallen. Now she's done. Now they don't know what to do, right? That's why you got these people telling Trump, "Hey, Trump, you making the wrong decisions." Trump like, "Nah, I ain't making the wrong decisions," because ultimately what? Job 33, what we read. The Most High put the instructions in his mind to do what he set for him to do, I say, look, I want to touch on that real quick, because you can see it, even the moves Trump making, how they handling things, man. You can see it's all the spirit. You can see how the Most High with these leaders. You see back then, Canada would agree with Trump. But no, now they Most High put the spirit on them to come against his horse. Now is at that time, right? Let's read this in the NLT, right? Revelation 17, I'll start at 15. It says, and the angel, it's in the NLT, then the angel said to me, the waters where the prostitute is ruling, is that great horse, I'm referring to America, is ruling, represent masses of people of every nation and language. The scarlet beast, NATO EU, and his 10 horns, right? The beast, NATO, and his 10 horns, EU, right? All hate. He said the scarlet beast and his 10 horns all hate the prostitute. They shall strip her naked, eat her flesh, and burn her remains with fire. For Yahweh has put a plan into their minds, right? A plan that will carry out his purpose. They will agree to give her their authority to the scarlet beast in the EU. And so why? So the words of Yahweh will be fulfilled. So that's why America was at its top for so long, because ultimately Yahweh allowed them to be there. But now they at the point where they're gonna fall. We've been telling you, depart from not to rest. This place is gonna be destroyed. Babylon division, right? Even going up, right? Right here, Revelation 18. We've been telling you, right? Revelation 18:10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, which is America, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for where I was thy judgment. Because now Babylon is fallen. Now is in this fallen state. Now we seeing this place go down. And also we know that what the end of this place is gonna be when Russia, when the Most High put the spirit on Russia, them to shoot them missiles. World War III pop off, then Yahweh the chariots come take its place. But ultimately, everything been put in set, because why? And we can Lord willing, we can close out with this. Daniel 4:17, right? It says, this is the matter by the decree of the watchers, and the man by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So ultimately, everything's been done, everything has been set, because the Most High put it to how it's going. Remember, this was the whole plan for y'all to get the power to the beast. Ultimately, Most High know they hate the whore, but Most High put the spirit on them, he put the plan in their minds, right? You know, once again, let's go back to Proverbs 21 again. Most High put the plan in their minds for them to play it out. Now it's time to fulfill what's set to be done, which is this whore being brought down. You know, these Edomites, these wicked judgment being brought upon them. Once again, Proverbs 21:1 again, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth to wheresoever he will. So ultimately, Yahweh shall put his plan in their minds for them to carry it out, for them to carry the left hand spirit out. Because we know, this is how we have a righteous spirit on us. You know, Lord willing, we had a righteous spirit on us, right? To teach his word, teach his truth. That left hand spirit as well, the Most High is putting the spirits on these guys to fulfill what he said to be done, right? I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel real fast, 10:6, right? It says, in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and thou shalt be churched with other man. Because even, you got the right hand spirit, but you have the left hand spirit as well, which most times put no left hand spirits on Esau on them to get out here and fulfill the will, fulfill the way you do, because it puts you in, most times put you in a trance. He controlling you, man. He like you hypnotized. When the spirit go upon them, they do exactly what Yahweh shall say them do. Trump wake up, hey, I'm finna go do this today. I'm finna do that today. He wake up on that because why? The Most High put them spirit on him in his sleep. The Most High put that purpose in him, from the time he woke up or when he was asleep, as the scripture said, right? Let's go to an account where the Most High done that, right? This 2 Kings, I want to say this 19, 2 Kings 19. Let me see. One spirit. 1 Kings 22. It's like it. Right? So we'll start at verse 19. 1 Kings 22:19 says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts, was talking about the angels or the spirit of heaven, standing by him on his right hand. You got the righteous spirits on the left hand, right? You got the spirits on the left hand side. You got spirits on the right hand side, right? It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramekhled? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before him, So I can stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, the Lord Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? He said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. He said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail, also go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord Yahweh has spoke evil concerning these. So the Most High is controlling them. Most High doing all this. That's how you know they don't know the Most High. There's war going on. They don't know Yahweh Shah, man. They don't know he causing all this. So ultimately, we know. That's why we at the point with some knowledge to be ability at our time. Everybody panicking. We're about World War III. Hey, we ready. Like El Apostle Tahar been saying since it's popping out. Hey, well, when we be up out of here by the end of this year, beginning of next year, man, we ready for the power because we see these are the signs. These are the things that that the prophets and the Yahweh Shai and what the Yahweh Shai told us to look for, told us to see. We seeing the way Trump moved, causing all this chaos, causing this trouble. That cruel Lord, right? Isaiah 19, that cruel Lord, right? We seeing these things, and we seeing he causing all this disruption to bring to that's putting prophecy in place to where it's gonna be fulfilled. When they gonna make this. Now these people turned on the whore, they hate this whore. They turned against her. Now it's at this point like, yeah, now it's on and popping, man. Now we seeing America turn destined, and we know once these people turn against her, what is that? World War III, right? Russia is allied, NATO, the EU coming against this whore, right? Then then you got the war in heaven. All them turning in the fight against Yahweh Shai destroying all of them. The elect being beamed up. It's all prophecy, man. It's all set. None of these should fail. But now we at the days, and now the effect of every vision is at hand, and now we see how the Lord Yahweh Shai playing it out. So now this supposed to stay focused and be on that watchtower. As El Apostle Tahar saying, you miss a day, you miss a lot. So now it's supposed to be on that watchtower and seeing how the Most High is using these devils to fulfill his will, fulfill his prophecy, man. Right? So with that being said, Lord, we don't want time making no long one. Just want to touch on that, man. That's why he said wisdom and knowledge to be stability, not time. That's how we going to escape. See, the Most High showed us the whole, matter of fact, El Apostle, Innocent Spirit, El Apostle Tahar was just talking about this, right? Right? Matthew 6:22 says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light, which is the understanding. Right? He said, but if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? So understanding, and when you understand it and know that Yahweh Shai gave us a light, our eyes see, we focus on this truth. Right? We focus on this truth, we focus on this 100% truth. And that light is in it. It's no darkness in us because we had 100% truth. We have Yahweh Shai. And he gave us the light to shine on this darkness, this dark place, this dark kingdom. Right? To expose the people. Right? In these dark sayings, these parables that he spoke in. So now we have the light to see them. And we understand what his moves and what he's doing. He showed us he given us the route to escape this destruction, this second day. He gave us the route to escape. It's for us to pay attention, to be honest. See, they're going to be lost. We understand that the Most High putting the spirit on these devils, or putting the spirit on this guy to fulfill this prophecy, or fulfill what's set to be done. We understand that, That's why we got to stand on our watchtower and understand. We know that he control everything. That's why you got the beginning of knowledge and wisdom is to fear Yahweh Shai, because his power is great, man. He control everything, right? So with that being said, Lord willing, right? Hope the lessons edifying and exalting, right? And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the whole elect, starting with the 144,000.